Good morning. The recent judgment of the Supreme Court that some advocate association must have treasurer post earmarked for women advocate. So this is somewhat judgment we should welcome it because it is contrary to various previous judgments whether the court have got power to interfere with such provisions or not. But the problem was the other day before court 6th, the council appearing for bar council has stated that advocate association the court has got no jurisdiction. He is not correct. So I was the person who filed suit against the MHAA when Karpan was president. So my petition challenging the activities of advocate association because the advocate association is fully financially supported by the administration of courts. No rent, no electricity charges, whatever it may be. It is only restroom for an advocates for performance of their judicial service, assisting the judicial service. Therefore, directly or indirectly, there is possibility of hindrance being caused in the administration of justice, and judgment was in my favor, and multi-number of judgments were already been filed. Before that, what was prevailing all over India, particularly my experience, I had an opportunity of being visited several North Indian, Bangalore, other courts also. In Tamil Nadu, some of the advocate associations are collecting rowdy mamul subscription, donations, 5,000, 10,000, forcibly collecting, and that fund they use to tour, whatever they want to spend, so many things. This has to be stopped. Another thing is, after implementation of Tamil Nadu Advocates Welfare Act, the Bar Council has got control over the Advocates Association, but they are not doing it. And initially, I would like to share you that in Madras High Court, Madras Bar Association was the first advocate association, wherein only bar at law advocates are permitted to enroll. And that advocate association still have no registration, I think, till despite the judgments and interference of Supreme Court, so many things, because all royal people were there. Therefore, advocate association was floated with by registering it under Tamil Nadu Cooperative Societies Act. So the bylaws formulated and guidelined under Tamil Nadu Cooperative Societies Act, Madras Cooperative Societies Act. I think it is 1935 something. And that was prevailing for all over years. One can, even a newly enrolled advocate can also contest for the presidents. And I have, after immediate second year of my enrollment, I contested near about 7 to 8 times, and there was a good occasion for I being elected when I am on Kanaka Sabai and R. Gandhi was contesting. However, realizing that Gandhi was a prominent man who led the association and helped advocacy, and so many privileges were obtained through him. So I subsequently I did not concentrate and left the field of election. Whatever it may have done, there on an occasion that I was elected as the president of Advocate Association for on ad hoc basis, and that was subsequently set aside with the Honorable High Court. Now the question arises: I who filed a suit for bringing the present Advocate Association online, wherein now they have fixed a year of practice and enhancement of election nomination fees, etc., etc. So I am the plaintiff there. So many things I had done, and apart from that, the present, the ruling of Supreme Court, I welcome, because when there was some problem with Georgetown Metropolitan Advocate Association. So multi number of issues were there. Still it is prevailing that nobody giving accounts, and Advocate Association accounts are not continuously submitted, and they are not renewing. So many things were there. Therefore, with my effort, there was a committee comprised of uh, 7 persons, and Mr. Madan also, which who helped a lot in framing the fresh bylaws, and we got registered. And at that time, the Advocate Association, GT Bar Association, we have introduced a reservation for a woman candidate as the executive. Still, it is prevailing. But other conditions, the abnormal subscription donations, none could prevent it. These all are prevailing. See, in some advocate association, advocate, if anybody got bail, they must collect 30,000 or 20,000 and submit to advocate association, and advocate association will engage that advocate to argue and permit advocate to argue, and the amount will be shared. All these things, somewhat we can call it as a rowdyism. I do not know whether it is prevailing or not. Therefore, a uniform advocate associations regulations, and this Society Registration Act should be revisited. It is outdated, misused, used for money laundering and what not. Thanks to Justice Bharata Chakravarti, who says that there may not be any advocate association in the name of caste. These all things I would like to share it. Therefore, we welcome, but fixing particular post or reservation is totally different. And what happening in the 30% reservation in lower cadre Panchayat Raj, even the husbands are showing dareness, taking oath on behalf of wife who is being elected. All this democratic nonsense, rowdyism is still prevailing. Like that, but I don't think that presently any can dominate women advocates. Women advocates are very capable nowadays, exhibiting their talent, arguing vehemently with apt and cute presentation, updating their law and also the facts. So if this the rules are properly planned by constituting or amending the act, first of all, the Society Registration Act should be amended. Tamil Nadu Society Registration Act should be amended. And time and again I say that instead of permitting the bar councils to print their stamp, which is contrary to Stamp Act, it is far better that the government itself collect court fee instead of welfare stamp, consolidated court fee for filing wakalat as well as memo, because the government only is paying compensation, death benefit, etc. to the advocate, not the bar council. And so many things are there. All these things you should kindly concentrate on these issues. And despite harping on all this, you are not going to vote for the apt candidate to regulate. And that was a scenario prevailing some 5 years back. But now I think every advocate realizes that the present system of bar council functioning as well as the advocate as well functioning must be regulated. And therefore, do not concentrate on this lobby, caste, creed, religious groups luring for votes. Decide yourself. Decide yourself because a long run to run the profession which was heavily crowded, highly competitive, and so many things are there. Advocate associations are so weak. They are not. When they agitated for so many issues, they are not coming to agitate against the present scenario which had happened at New Delhi. What more I could say? I am not instigating them. At least to pass a resolution, discuss it, and there is no possibility of discuss that while discussing it, a multi number of advocates, lobby advocates are misbehaving. So we cannot express our real thinking guide. That is my humble submission. Today, I have discussed this judgment about reservation of woman candidate for particular post of treasurer at Advocate Association. Best wishes.